so it's me again. So now on this video, I'm gonna be telling you how I found out I was pregnant, um, if this pregnancy was planned, and just talking about what has happened in the past 8 weeks. Um, so yes, this pregnancy was planned. I took Clomid to get pregnant. I took Clomid for my first pregnancy. And after 6 rounds, I was not going to do the last round, but they recommend that you only do 6 months and don't go over 6 months. So it was the last round, and I thought it wasn't going to work because I had tried for about 4 years and I wouldn't get pregnant. So my doctor told me to try Clomid because my periods were irregular. So I ended up getting pregnant on the last month with my daughter. And this time around, I tried for a couple months, so it's probably for 6 months. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to need to take Clomid again. So on my first round of Clomid, I got pregnant, and I was really scared because I know it took longer with my daughter, and usually I heard that with Clomid you have a risk of miscarrying or having an ectopic pregnancy and all these different crazy side effects. So I did have a lot of side effects when I was on Clomid. I had hot flashes, headaches, mood swings, all these side effects, but it's worth it. So I was late on my period. I waited, I think, 10 days after I was expecting my period, and I took a pregnancy test, and the line was really, really faint on the pregnancy test. And I had another one, and I took it, I think, the next day in the morning, and it was faint too. So I don't know. I was like, these are cheap tests. I don't know if they're accurate. So I don't know what I think I should just go to the doctor. So it was on a Friday that I took the test, and then on a Saturday I took the test. And prior to that, for 2 weeks, I was having a lot of pain in my right ovary. So after I found out about the faint line on the pregnancy test, I started to get worried. I kept on thinking I had an ectopic pregnancy. So the pain kept on getting worse, and on Sunday the pain was really, really bad. And I was like, I think I should just go to the emergency room and have them check me out. So in the emergency room, they did blood work and they sent me for an ultrasound. And in the ultrasound, when I got the ultrasound results, they told me they did not see anything. And then for my blood work, they did confirm I was pregnant. They said my I think it's called the HCG hormone level. It's the hormone that detects pregnancy. Was at 43, so it was really low. And they say anything over 10 is a positive pregnancy. So they were just basically telling me at that point that it was an ectopic pregnancy. But they didn't see, they just saw a cyst. So they didn't know for sure if that was a pregnancy or if it was just a cyst. So they told me to check back with a regular doctor. So I went to go see my doctor. I think it was on a Tuesday. And I got my, she sent me to get some blood work. And she told me, first, let's go do some blood work. So I went to go do my blood work. And then she called me and told me my HCG, oh my god, I can't even say that. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll write it down in the down bar, the pregnancy hormone level detector thing. But I'm pretty sure it's HCG level. Had doubled. I think it was like 150. So that's what it's supposed to do. Every 24 to 48 hours it's supposed to double. So she said that's kind of weird that your numbers are doubling. So she's like, I'm going to send you for another ultrasound. So I went back for another ultrasound. I think it was on a Monday. So it was like a week and a half after the emergency room. And they did not see anything again. So I was really paranoid. I was having like heart attacks practically. I couldn't sleep at night just thinking like, okay, if it's an ectopic, why can't they find it? Or if it's somewhere else where it's not supposed to be, like, why can't they even see that in the ultrasound? And I was just really, really scared. So my doctor referred me to a OB specialist clinic, and they gave me an appointment, and I went. And I think this was, I think another week had gone by. But actually, before that, she sent me from that other ultrasound. She sent me again to get more blood work in 2 days. So, and then my blood level, HCG level, came back to 5,500. So my doctor was really confused. Like I think she was more confused than I was at the moment. That how my numbers had gone up like crazy, and they were really strong. So that meant it was a good pregnancy, but they just couldn't see the pregnancy. So, oh, sorry for keep on saying I'm so bad with that. I'm so sorry. I try not to, but it's just like it pops out in my conversation. So, the doctor, she then decided to refer me to a specialist. And I called the specialist, made an appointment, and the first day I went, she did an ultrasound. As soon as she did a vaginal, all these ultrasounds I had gotten were vaginal. So she did a vaginal. As soon as she put that wand in there, she's like, oh, I see a sac. And let me see if I could see yolk. If I don't see a yolk, it could just be an empty sac. So I was having another heart attack laying there, but I was just like wishing for the best, you know? And she said, yes, you could. She was trying to show me because there's a screen right in front of you, this huge screen. And she was like zooming on it. She's like, this is the yolk, so I want to see you in another week. And see if next week I want to see a fetal pool. And I was like, okay, a fetal pool? I'm like, I never heard anything about this with my first pregnancy. So she told me, you look like you're 5 weeks. So when I took the pregnancy test, I was only about 2.5 weeks. So it was really early. I was probably barely the sperm had met or something. I don't know, but it was crazy that I guess I just ovulated really late because from my last menstrual period, I was already supposed to be, the day I went into the emergency room, 5 weeks. But now after 2 weeks, it's showing that I'm only 5 weeks. So it's supposed to be a total, when they did the ultrasound and saw the sac, I was supposed to be 7 weeks. But how they only saw a sac with the yolk, that brings you back to 5 weeks. So then I went, supposedly when I was 6 weeks, to my next ultrasound in a week. And she saw a tiny, tiny little fetus. And you could see like something flickering. She's like, that's the heartbeat. She didn't listen to the heartbeat. She couldn't measure because she said it was really small. So she wanted to see me again in another week. And I went, and that was last week, yeah, when I was 7 weeks. And she measured, she saw the heartbeat, and she said everything was looking good, that the baby looked like it was 7 weeks, 3 days. So she told me not to worry anymore, that everything's in place, everything's looking good, the baby's growing good. So my first couple weeks was really scary for me. Really, really scary. I couldn't sleep at night just until the 6th week when she told me that she saw a fetus and that I had a heartbeat. I felt more relaxed. So until I got some good news, I got some good sleep, but not really, because let me talk about some symptoms I'm having. Around the 5th week, when she saw the yolk sac, a couple days after that, I developed nausea. And with my daughter, at 5 weeks, I developed nausea too. I forgot the name, how they call it. I think I'll put the name down below. It's when you have really severe nausea, they call it like hyper something nausea. And they usually put you on treatment. Sorry about the glare. They usually give you a treatment, and it's usually Sofran, but she prescribed me that, but it's about almost $800 for 30 pills, and I cannot afford that. I just, right now, I'm going to deal with the nausea. I actually bought some Sea-Bands. I took them off because they were super, super tight on me, but I had them on all day yesterday, and they seemed to help, but in the evening, I kind of still felt a little bit nauseated, so um, today I just had them on and off. I don't know, yesterday they didn't seem to bug me, but today they've been bugging me, so I took them off. So I don't know if just yesterday was a good day or if the bands actually worked. I have to still try them more to see if they actually work. And today I'm feeling a little bit better, but for the past couple weeks I've been throwing up non-stop. I can't walk into a grocery store. I can cook the food, but it's like sometimes the smell irritates me and I have to just like run to the bathroom, and when I come back my food's burned, but it's horrible. I've been when you have a kid already and you have to care for the kid and you're feeling crappy. You have to cook for your kid, and you have to change a poopy diaper and stand the smell, and it's just I seriously, I don't know. I don't consider myself like in a depressant person, but the other day, like 3 days ago, um, I couldn't get out of bed. I stayed all day in bed. I would just get up to give my daughter food and change her diaper, and I think she knew that I wasn't feeling good because she stayed in bed with me. We watched TV all day, and I started to cry because I would look at her watching TV and I'm like, I just wish I could take her out and play with her and just give her the time she needs. And I just started crying, and she came up to me and she was hugging me, and I'm like, I need to stop crying because it's not going to be good for the baby, and it's not good for her to see me sad. So I felt a little depressed, but I'm just trying to think positive and hope this is going to be over soon. And with my daughter, I did have it throughout the whole pregnancy, and I lost first couple months I lost about 20 pounds, and I weighed 180 when I got pregnant with her, and I went down to like 145, and I would go up and down like 2 pounds. It was off and off, like an on and off weight thing going on with me. And at the end, the last 2 months I gained a lot of weight. I weighed 200 pounds before I delivered her. So I am overweight again with this pregnancy. I'm 5'2". I used to weigh 120, and for the past five, I've been overweight for the past 5 years. I've been 170 to 180, and after I gave birth with my daughter, I um, lost a lot of weight. I breastfed her until she was 15 months, and I kept off about 10 pounds after I while I was breastfeeding her. I lost about 10 pounds. So I was weighing, after I gave birth to her, I lost a lot of weight. I think my weight was 165 after I had her, and I breastfed. I kept that weight through all the way I breastfed her, and just after I stopped breastfeeding her, I went up to 180, and I think a month before I found out I was pregnant, I was 4 pounds, so I was 184 before I got pregnant, and I've lost 4 pounds. I'm 180 right now. So in these couple weeks, I've lost 4 pounds. So that's why I'm on medication, but I'm not taking it. But I might buy a couple of pills just to keep it for when I'm on the really, really sick days. But I just totally got off topic, right? I'm jumping to one topic, then to another, and then back to this other topic. I'm probably driving you guys crazy, but I get distracted really, really easy. So where was I? Talking about my weight. So I am overweight right now. So the doctors sometimes say, "Oh, it's good that you have nausea. It's gonna help you. We don't want you to gain a lot of weight." And when I hear them say that, I'm like, "Wow, like you won't want me guys to lose weight while I'm pregnant." But I'm just gonna try to eat healthy. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I would eat a lot of fast food because I wouldn't cook because of the nausea, and my um, husband would just come home, and when there wasn't food, he'll just go out and bring something, and whatever he would bring back, I would eat a little of. So I wasn't eating that healthy with my daughter. But with this pregnancy, I'm gonna stay away from fast foods and just try eating really healthy. Yeah, baby. So, I talked about overweight. No, I'm just losing my mind right now. I'm trying to sum up on everything. So I don't have any appointments until December. On December 4th, I'm pretty sure December. Let me check my calendar here. My last appointment, they set me up with all these appointments. So yeah, on December 4th, I'm gonna have my first like OB doctor appointment, because the rest it was just an ultrasound. I wouldn't get checked for anything. It was just quick ultrasound. I was in and out. So I'm having my first OB doctor appointment, and I'm gonna get blood work because I am going to do is it genetic? It's this genetic something disorder test. I'll put the name down below. And they do that test between 10 and 12 weeks, I'm pretty sure. And I did it with my daughter. It's like it detects. It's not 100% accurate, but it could detect Down syndrome and some other disorders. So they're going to draw my blood for that test on the 4th. And then a week from that, on the 11th, I'm going to have the ultrasound for that test. And I think they try to look at the fluid that's behind the tissue of the baby's neck or something like that. So I'll have an ultrasound on the 11th. And then on January 4th, I have another OB checkup. And then on the 29th, I'll be 19 weeks. But she set it up for my 20-week ultrasound, so I'll find out if the baby shows. Find out the sex of my baby on January 29th. So I hope everything goes well. So I don't have to go to the doctor any time before December. So I don't know if I left anything out. Just the symptoms I'm having is just the nausea, and I get sleepy, like really sleepy. With my daughter, I wouldn't get tired. I could like sit on the couch, watch cartoons with her, or we're watching a show or something, and I'll just pass out. And it's really scary because I'm home alone from about 8 in the morning till about 6 in the evening, and I just pass out, and my daughter ends up being alone, you know? And it's happened a couple times, and I wake up really scared, but the good thing is that she'll just stay in the living room, watching TV, playing with her toys. She won't wander off, but it's still really scary because in a blink of an eye, you never know. They could climb on something, fall, you just don't know, you know? So it's just really, really hard to just stretch my eyes open and try to stay awake. But I don't go to bed late. I do wake up sometimes early. She'll wake up at 6:40, 7 in the morning. I usually try to go to bed at 10. And if I do stay up late, it's nothing after 11. So I'm 8 weeks today, and I'm really embarrassed to show my stomach because from my first pregnancy and from gaining a lot of weight, I have horrible stretch marks. So I might just show you my stomach. Here. Oh, my stomach over my. I'm getting big. Like my belly has popped. I don't know if it's because of it's my second child and you show more, or I don't know. It's really hard. It's getting hard. It's really weird. But this is my, I don't know if the glare's letting you see, but my belly has popped. People say I look big, but there's my belly. So thanks for watching. This video is really long, but I promise the rest of my videos are not going to be this long. It's just because I wanted to talk about getting pregnant, how I got pregnant, how I found out, all the things I've gone through so far. But the rest of the videos are not going to be this long, I promise. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.